Try to let some people come in here first. Forgot to put today's date on it, but I probably will edit the title. Or by the time the recording is over, it'll eventually be edited with the correct date of the title of the video. So, I have an upcoming video, a couple of videos on the people that were attacking my recent video on the Scott Adam. I got a video coming up about that. A follow up to all the people that wanted to attack me on my Scott Adam, and I think someone went after me over my Jake Paul video. But I can care less about the haters. I'm here to bring truth. If you do come in, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that notification bell. Alright, so we got 3 people. Let's see if we can get more. So we got some interesting topics involving sports, including mostly results, and then we might even talk about some stuff that's coming up, and we will probably even talk about uh, maybe there's one topic that I wanted to bring up. Although I'm hoping I can get some people to come on, see if I can get a panel in. That's why I've been trying to invite people. But I know one of my biggest issues is notifications. I know a lot of people are not getting notifications. So if you are one of those people that's having problems getting my notifications to my streams or any of my videos, and you have to come. All right, hold on. Let's. All right, hold on. Let's see. See if I can get some more people to come in. I guess we can get started. Hold on, just give it a couple more minutes for people to come in. All right, I guess we can get started for now. So, what do we want to talk about? Well, first of all, I want to do a congratulations is in order. So, um, as soon as I can find it, I try to cover many different sport here on JDAWG Sports. You think that I would just cover just only things like football, basketball, or boxing or something like that. But I'm trying to really do a really sports segment that covers a lot of different sports events. Especially the fact that I'm also a fan of different sports. Congratulations to the women's USA team for winning their fourth consecutive she sorry she believes cup. So basically it's a all women's soccer tournament. um USA has been winning so far. um and this is like their fourth consecutive championship, so congratulations to them. Yes, yeah. People are talking about the women's soccer team because they are the favorites to win this year's upcoming Viva Women's World Cup. Last year we had the Men's World Cup in which Argentina was the winner. USA will also be considered the reigning defending champions because they won a few years ago in 2019 when they were playing in France. Yeah, that was when France hosted. I don't know exactly the year. I don't know exactly where the Viva World Cup is for the women's. The women's Viva World Cup is going to be this year. I have to look it up. But USA women's team is hoping to defend their title. Yeah, but yeah, they're hoping to defend the title this year. So anyway, congratulations and also good luck to them in this year's upcoming. Uh, sorry. This year's upcoming Viva Women's World Cup. So we'll wish the best of them of luck. So anyway, here are some other congratulations that in order. Um, so our next topic is going to be on the let's see. The next topic is going to be on the women's. Well, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It's going to be on indoor track and field. So I'm going to try to find some photos of that, because we had not one but two track and field events that happened. Hold on. Now, before we continue, I want to check to make sure that okay, my screen is being shown. So we had both the SEC and the ACC, the ACC indoor track and field events. So the winners of these events will go on to compete in the upcoming NCAA indoor track and field event, which is going to come up pretty soon. So, yes, indoor track and field. So, we had the college Arkansas, I think it's University of Arkansas. They won both in the men and women's overall scoring for track and field at the SEC indoor track and field event. So, all right. Okay, so according to this, the indoor is the indoor championship is the 26th all time for Arkansas men and the 13th for women. So, and then of course they have individual, because it's different track and field events where athletes from different schools have won individual prizes, but when it comes to the overall teams, due to points, it's the colleges as a whole that wins the overall scoring. For example, woman from Kentucky, someone from Kentucky. Yeah, Alabama won the men's 4x4 relay in 3 minutes and 1 second 1.78 seconds. 3 minutes and 1.78 seconds. So, and then Arkansas, which is the reigning champs for the overall team, their women's division won the 4x4 400 relay in 3 minutes and 27.57 seconds. That's just some of the results that happened at the SAC event. Then you had Kentucky's woman by the name of Ankenna Williams won the pentathlon event. She scored 4,000, because they score when that's the pentathlon or the heptathlon or decathlon is when you're doing almost all the track and field events, or at least most of them at the same time. And this person won with a score of 4,346 points in the pentathlon. And this was in the women's pentathlon, and then the men's heptathlon. It was someone by the name of Aiden Owens. Demar won the men's. He represented the winning team Arkansas with a score of 1,237 points. Um, and yeah, these are just some of the events that happened at the SAC. Meanwhile, at the but yeah, this is at this track. Now I'm trying to find. Here it is. Now this is the ACC. Also, I guess Arkansas will be heading over to the NCAA because they are the division winners, which is SEC. SEC is actually a division within the NCAA. So they'll be representing the SEC division at the upcoming NCAA tournament. Meanwhile, the ACC division, both men's and women's, the Hokies, which represent Virginia Tech, had also won. So they almost could have had lost if it wasn't for the mistake that Duke, I think it was either Duke or North Carolina, made at the women's 404 relay, where in the last minute, a woman ended up dropping her baton because you have to race with the baton in hand and cross the finish line baton in hand. She dropped it in the last seconds of the race, and that got her team disqualified. So yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened at this event. But that was one of the big things that they talked about or was talking about. That's why I'm bringing it up because that's one of the things they really harped on when it happened. Um, but anyway, Virginia Tech won the for the men's. Virginia Tech won the overall score of 110.5 points, while the women's Virginia Tech team won a little bit lower, but they scored only 93 points, but it was enough to win. And I guess they have MVPs. Um, However, all right, so McCoy of Clemson, Wayna McCoy won the MVP in men's track representing Clemson. Jermaine Davis represented State Florida won in the field events. Um, Women representing Duke was Amana Matu. Forgive me for pronouncing her name wrong. She represented Duke. She won the MVP um, in the track events, which is the racing. In the field events for women was Gerard Sudbury of NC State in North Carolina State. Now, I'm trying to see some of the results. Hopefully, their results. All right. Uh, All right, here it goes. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's see if we can find some of these individuals in the. All right, yeah. So in the 400 meters, Wayna McCoy won, became MVP because he won with 45.91 seconds at the 400 meter, almost a minute. I'm not sure if it's a world record, although this person right here by Tara Rodney Clemson, this individual won the faculty record. I don't know what the faculty record is. And this person here in the 200 meter by the name of Cameron Miller of Louisville, Louisville, won the ACC championship for the 200 meter. That's the personal championship, not the overall team. That's what Virginia Tech won. But because how track and field is set up, each separate event has their own award for each separate event, and then of course because it's a team track and field event, um, they have an overall score, and that depends on what the athletes do for representing their schools and the individual, and it tallies on to the points, whether they're in first, second, third, etc. In a 200-meter, that person, Cameron Miller of Louisville, became the ACC champion at the 200-meter and was the facility record holder, became the facility record holder. And this is just some of the field events. All right. But yeah, now here's what helped Virginia Tech get the overall scoring for the ACC. You have shot put by an individual by the name of Tyson Jones. In the pole vault, we had Connor McCure, Virginia Tech. He scored 5.38 meters, while Tyson Jones scored in the shot put 18.67 meters. The mile went to North Carolina's Jesse Hunt. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was really talking about Virginia Tech. I wanted to see what kind of events they wanted to score point. Victoria Govova of Virginia Tech scored 13.8 meters in the triple jump. Yeah, I just want to look at these different, but by winning them, they get a huge. I guess wherever you place first, second, or third depends on how many points you get and how many gets totaled into the overall college. So, congratulations, Virginia Tech and Arkansas. These two teams will most likely be going for the NCAA championship in indoor track and field pretty soon. Um, yeah, the upcoming indoor track and field events. I forgot where I really just forgot where they were, where it's supposed to be. But yeah, the Hokies did prevailed in the ACC um, field track and field indoor track and field event. There is a difference between indoor and outdoor. Other than, well, I mean, it's probably obvious there's a difference. Also, some of the meters are a little bit shorter in the indoor track and field. I just want to see something real quick. Yeah, I do follow track and field, and that even includes even indoor track and field if it's good enough. But yeah, congratulations to those two schools, um, Arkansas and Virginia Tech, and good luck pretty soon at the upcoming, um, NCAA track and field event. All right. I was just looking at something. So going to click off the screen. All right. So next, I want to get into let's see what I want to bring up. It was something I did want to bring up. So he talked about the Shibboleth. Um, let's see. I just talked about college indoor track and field. Um, and pretty soon they're going to do the outdoors eventually later this year. We all know why they're doing the indoor right now. It's because of the cold weather. Oh, yes. Let's talk about the XFL standings. And I remember hearing on the radio about whether or not the XFL was going to survive. Sorry, I accidentally hit the wrong button. So the next thing I wanted to show was the XFL standings, and so far, in the Northern Division, the top team is DC Defenders, and in the Southern Division, it's the Houston Roughnecks. For those who may or may not know, the XFL Football League has been relaunched, and if things go according to plan, we're going to start seeing at least 2 to 3 leagues in separate time periods, whether it be during the winter or the fall or the spring or summer, where you'll have not just the NFL, you will have the NFL. And I believe there was another one. But anyway, so far it's only 8 teams and I guess in the XFL. And like I said, the DC Defenders and the Houston Roughnecks are the top teams in their respective divisions as a result. But I also want to talk about the low ratings. It seems to me that the XFL is not getting the ratings that it needs or wants. Yeah, so all I have to say is something has to give. The the XFL has to do something or it will lose. What's up, LB? Hey, LB, you want to come on in? Let me you're always welcome. All right. Make sure you also share with friends, family members, so they can see if we can get them. And if you want to come in, we got some interesting topics we're going to talk about later. If you want to come in, or if you want to talk about this topic, you can come in through there. Hopefully, we can discuss. And like I said, also share this video. Hit that like button. Hit that like button if you haven't. I probably know you did, but and yeah, also share because for some reason they don't like to give notifications. But yeah, but I ask is if it's going to survive, it's because some people are saying that the ratings have not been good, but can they get better? Will they eventually get better? That's the real question. All right, I'm gonna let you in. Thank you for showing up. Hey, LB, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Yes. So, have you been paying attention to the XFL lately?
No, I have not been paying attention to the XFL. I ain't watching not one game.
I watched a couple, but you just proven the point. And nothing against you. It's just this is the point I'm trying to prove is that if no one is going to watch the XFL or cares about it, then it's going to end up failing again, just like when it was first launched back in 2001. I was about to enter, was already in middle school when the XFL first came out, when it was so more associated with the WWE, you know. And speaking of the WWE, because The Rock is the one that relaunched the XFL along with his ex-wife, is it Danielle Garcia or something? The Rock's ex-wife, the mother of The Rock's first daughter. They launched the XFL. This is like the third time the XFL is launched, and ratings have not been, but hopefully they get better. And then because you about to have like three football leagues now. You got the NFL, you have the the USFL, which will happen later in April, and then of course right now currently is the XFL. So what do you think about that, Mr. LB?
Yeah, what I think about that is, man, it's too crazy to call right now.
Yeah. All right. So now that you're here, I want to get on to the next topic that I wanted to bring up. Um, Hold on, let me see. I'm not going to click off my screen, especially if.
Yeah, the XFL. Look, the only team I have any interest in is the DC Defenders and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
same with me.
um, but other than that, though, I mean, look, these guys are bums. All right, let's go. These guys is a bunch of NFL rejects, cast-offs. You know what I'm saying? Never has been, never could be's and all that, right?
Okay.
So I think for me, the gameplay has to be better. If you want to attract viewership, yeah, you can have all these gadget rules and all that, but at the end of the day, the quarterbacking, the gameplay, it has to be a lot better than what it is. Or else you're not going to attract the viewers you're looking for. And
It's
it's
true.
going to it's going to die another death like it did the first two times.
Yep. The second time it was because of the pandemic that messed it up the second time.
Yeah, the second time the pandemic threw a wrench in things because it was actually doing good before then.
Yep.
It was actually getting the viewership. It was actually getting the ratings and stuff like that. So yeah, that pandemic threw a wrench in a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, my next topic, I wanted to talk about the NBA MVP race. So the four favorite players are Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokovic, uh, Jokic, um, Giannis. Um, Now I'm not sure if LeBron would be because I know he broke the record, so he could be a favorite for MVP just for breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record. Now I was paying attention to Two Raw for Sports TV or Two Raw for TV. By the way, I'm hoping I can find a way to get contact because I want him to come over to my live stream sometimes. But and I'm glad that he brought this up. But the hypocrisy of the NBA runnings. So right now they're favoring this guy, Nikola Jovic, for a third MVP. But what has he really done? And why they're not much pressure for him to win a championship like other MVPs? Do you have anything to say about this, um, LB?
Yeah, so I covered this, quite a lot on my channel. And look, when you consider an MVP, right? He has to be able to contribute on both sides of the ball. You can't have an MVP that only plays on one side of the ball. Because last time I checked the NBA, you got to be able to play both offense and defense. And Giannis Antetokounmpo has been rated in the top five in both offensive and defensive rating all season long. Jokic, on the other hand, has not. He is a great offensive player, but he's a suspect defensive player. And on top of that, you know, he get these MVP awards, and then his team is going home in the second round, or they're getting bounced in the first round, or whatever like that. So when I think of Jokic and all, Jokic ain't no guy that. Yeah, he's a great player and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because he wouldn't be in the MVP discussion if he wasn't. But I don't see what makes him this. I don't see what makes this guy an MVP, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just my
Well,
take.
well, I could probably tell a few reasons, and I think this is also what's the case with Luca because he's
I mean, it's the
also
most. There's one's the most obvious.
yeah. Luka Doncic. And this is me not being against Luka Doncic, although I have my questions over Nikola Jovic. Is NBA just so desperate for another great white hype since Larry Bird?
Mm, maybe.
Yeah. I guess they're getting sick and tired. It's just like with boxing. With I did a video recently on Jake Paul. So basically, I just talked about him. I might do another video on on why either boxing or sports just want another great white hope because with Brady retired and there's no great white hope in American boxing or American basketball, I think that both Jake and Nikola Jovic, even though Jovic is not from America and neither is Luka Doncic, but it's just that these sports leagues are just so desperate for a great white hope. I mean, in track and field, you have, and this is me not being against her. I am not against this woman. She actually is a good athlete. I'm talking about this. She is a record breaker in the 200 meter. She was a great athlete in college in track and field. But it seems the racist in sports media, the white racist old media, wants Abby Steiner to be the next face of track and field, even though I believe that the now because I'm talking about women's track and field. The previous face of women's track and field was Alicia Felix, but she's retiring or has retired, and people wanted Shakara Richards to be the face, but then the marijuana and then her recent losses screwed that up. To me, I think the real face of women's track and field is Cindy McLaughlin because she's been breaking records in the 400-meter hurdles. She might be doing the 400-meter races pretty soon. That's without the hurdles. But yeah, it's just these sports is just so desperate for a new PC hope. In boxing, they thought they could get Jake Paul, but Jake Paul has not won no titles. Meanwhile, most of the title holders that represent America are black, but they want to make Jake Paul. But thank God he failed. but they wanted to make him the face. And then, of course, you have Nikola Jovic and Luka Doncic. Nothing against the Luka or Jovic. But like you said, I think Jovic needs to do a lot more before he could become MVP or the face of the league. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so I don't know anything about track and field, so I ain't gonna speak on that. But I've been out the track and field game for a long time now, so I don't know who's who or what's what. But
I'm
as far
still
as like
watching.
boxing,
I could tell you a few things, but go
yeah,
ahead.
you got. But as far as like boxing go, look, fake Paul turned as a YouTuber turned this boxing sensation by the white media. But if you look at who he's fought, I mean, yeah, he fought Floyd Mayweather, but that motherfucker is twice Floyd Mayweather size, right? Then,
Actually, it was his brother Logan.
oh, Logan Paul,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I mean,
his brother lost to another YouTuber, a black British YouTuber named KIS. Jake Paul,
oh, I
he's
mean,
fought.
KS, I thought it was KSI.
Yeah, KSI, yes. Yeah, I pronounced that person's, but yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Might as well,
KSI.
you might as well call him KIS. But yeah, man. I mean, these two. I mean, look, these guys, they've pretty much gotten away with, grifting the public and all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like anything else, man. You get these, you get these white folks out here, right? And they come out of nowhere and pretty much get fed a silver spoon. Meanwhile, us black folks who are legitimate, right? We get the shoulder and the stick, right? And like,
Yes.
we all know who the face of boxing is. You know what I'm saying? We all know who the face of boxing is. But title, no title, the face of boxing is Deontay Wilder. And them folks can't stand that. They can't stand that.
Get that right. Yeah.
But you know, look, just like in politics, right? You got the media carpet bombing us, but oh man, Ron DeSantis being the next president. But people still like Trump. So the fact of the matter is you can't throw imitations out there when the real thing is still out and about.
Got that right.
You can't sell me a knockoff when I know that I can get the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have these situations to where you get these flunkies, and yes, Jake Paul is a flunky, right? But his bank account don't seem like he's a flunky. But truth of the matter is, he's a flunky. And when you get these flunkies that's getting propped up and what's the word I want to say? They get propped up as these guys, hey, that's gonna be the next faces of boxing and all that. Based on what? Based on what? What has he done?
Yeah, not to
Has he?
mention
No, go ahead, JDAWG. Go ahead.
yeah, not to mention some of them end up failing eventually. Yeah. Like they want to make Canelo Cadildo, that's what I call him, Cadildo Alvarez or Cadildo
Cadillo.
asshole piss. They want to make him the global face. Yes, he is the face of boxing just in Mexico. I will give him that. He is the face of boxing in Mexico. But the global face of boxing, no, I will not give him that. I will not give him that.
Did he just recently lose a fight?
Yes, to Dimitri Bivol. And um and then you had some idiot racist named Sean Newton saying that
Oh, I heard of that motherfucker. I
yes,
call him
or
Fig
I
Newton.
got a new name for him, Shawana, because he likes to act like a girl whenever we support black fighters. So Shawana Fig Newton, racist guy in Taiwan, he better hope that China don't come invade where he lives, but worries about what we doing here in America. Want says that Canelo asshole fist is the face of American boxing. I'm like, no, he is not. He's not from America. He's from Mexico. He's the face of Mexican boxing. And some people are trying to make him the face of boxing overall. Just America alone? Hell no. In fact,
Ain't
some
no
people
goddamn piece of
that matter of fact, let's get into the next topic, and that is in the sport of boxing, the upcoming possible fight between, let me show this my screen real quick, these two individuals. So once again, we're going to share our screen. So they're saying by April 22nd, these two might fight. Many people even say that this guy right here, title or no title, is the face of boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis, but only because he's been selling out arenas. He has a matchup against the guy on the right by the name of Ryan Garcia, the assuming that he is going to actually stay in the fight and not drop out. That's why I call him Lying Garcia. And they call him King Ryan. I call him Princess Ryan because he acts like a princess, that a damsel in distress princess. So these two might be fighting in a big fight in April. What do you think
Oh
about
yeah.
that?
Oh, I can't wait for this one. And Town hit me up, asked me if I want to go to that fight, bro. I was like, I would try my damnedest to go to that one, bro. You hear me?
Whether I, yeah, whether I watch this fight or not, I'm picking Tank to win this fight. I'm getting sick and tired of Ryan lying Garcia running his mouth on social media and who's the only people that really follow Ryan Garcia is people that should not be are too young for him to be following him on social media. Young girls. But he's supposed to be a professional boxer. I mean, yes, I want boxers to use social media and YouTube to help get their name these days because now you need any kind of publicity. But I just cannot stand this guy. Is nothing more than a runner. He likes to dodge out of fights, tough fights, and this guy, if he wants to get out of fights, he might as well get out of boxing. I hope Tank is the guy that finally gets this moron out of boxing for good.
Look, I ain't no fan of Ryan Garcia. I think he's a bitch. Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I ain't no fan of Ryan Garcia, man. Look, he could beat up on all them fucking guppies and all that, but when it comes to the real black fighters, man, this dude just doesn't measure up. Like he tried to fight Errol Spence a couple years ago, and Errol Spence, ended up closing his mouth, right? And then I can't tell you how many times he ducked out of other black fighters.
He
So,
thought he could. Isn't Errol Spence in a weight class bigger than him? I'm.
uh,
This
if
is
I'm not
why I can't.
mistaken, you might be right.
Yeah, this is why I can't stand right. No one cannot take this Ryan Garcia seriously, and I blame people like Oscar De La Hoya for even thinking, for trying to promote this guy to be this prospect. I right now I just cannot take Ryan Garcia. I'm not even sure if he's going to be even man enough, brave enough to stay in this fight. That's my real problem. Is he even going to be
Man,
brave
look,
enough to stay in this fight?
I got tanked by stoppage, eighth round stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think Tank gonna destroy this guy. And look, I don't know who they're trying to lie to. I guess they're trying to lie to the general public and all that. I don't know who they're trying to lie to as far as like selling this guy as some kind of great white hope or some shit. But
He's from Mex. He's he's a white Hispanic. So yeah,
even then, I don't see nothing about Ryan Garcia that makes me want to say, "Oh man." I mean, look, anybody got a puncher's chance when they get in the ring, all right? But when I think about it, I was like, man, Tank Davis gonna destroy this dude.
Get that right.
I was like, man, Ryan Garcia had. I think he would have a better shot fought than his, Tank Davis' last opponent, which was Hector Garcia.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I think Ryan would have had a better shot against that fighter than Emmy, even though I think Ryan would have lost that fight too. But he would have had a better shot against that fighter than Tank Davis.
Tank Davis gonna kill that boy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But when I think about it, I'm like, look, this ain't nothing but a goddamn money grab, if you ask me.
Yeah. Because I think
It's a money grab.
he's acting like that Australian fighter who fought Jack Johnson. If you don't remember, those who either are here watching it now or watching it will watch the pre-recording. The Australian fighter said that kind of already knew he was going to lose to Jack Johnson. So he told Jack Johnson that if you going to beat me, if I end up the loser, I at least better be able to retire a wealthy man. So it better be worth the pay to even lose in the fight against the tough black fighter. But I can't wait till Ryan Garcia loses. I can't wait till Devin the Dream Haney sends Loma Skanko into retirement. And I can't wait till the Japanese people crying tears like their favorite anime characters when Stephen Fulton embarrassed them by beating up the so-called monster Inui. I mean, okay, technically I have nothing against Inui, but I can't wait. But since the mainstream media wants to hype up Inui in the pound for pound list, I can't wait till Stephen Fulton Jr. embarrasses him in front of his home crowd, just like Devin Haney did to George Cambozo, the clown, in front of his home crowd. I can't wait till Fulton makes the Japanese cry in tears when that fight comes up. But
Yeah,
anyway,
George Cambozo the clown. Yeah, like you say,
yes.
hey man, not only once but twice,
Yo,
Devin Haney
yeah.
go to Australia and beat that boy from pillar to post. You know what I'm saying? I mean, George Cambosos was overmatched in that. In both fights, he was overmatched. Right? He's just a better opponent. All right?
Yes.
Nothing wrong with losing to somebody who's better than you. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, these people don't like black fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? These people out here, they're jealous. You know, they're envious, and black fighters have a inspiration about them that can't be duplicated,
I
and they
know.
can't stand that.
You get that right. And it's just not it's not just foreigners that don't like black American fighters. It's Americans that don't like.
Right?
Yes. The
You got
only
coons out
really
here that don't like black fighters, man.
yes.
Man, I
Yes.
went to the movie theater when Deontay Wilder got cheated by. That's the second fight where he got cheated by Tyson Fury, right?
All right.
And you got black folks sitting up there cheering on Tyson Fury. I'm like, you boy, I wanted to choke one of them bastards out that got that movie theater, bro. I wanted to choke them bastards out, bro.
Were they FBA though? That's the thing because that's who really supports the Black American fighters is the FBA boxing fans. Even though some of them are sellouts, but Black American fighters are the really only support of Black American fans. Boxing fans that are black are really the only supporters of Black American fighters. So you also have to know were they coons or sellouts or tethers or something like that, because that's usually the ones that go hating on Black American fighters. But right now, I want to talk about some upcoming events. As you know, it's March, so that means It's March Madness. So, the NCAA basketball tournament. There's also NCAA wrestling tournament that I might or tournaments, college wrestling tournaments I might look. But let's talk about the big one, which is basketball. Who you got?
Evening, I got an order for Sean. Can you hear me, JDAWG? So
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think thank you. So it's so tough to call. Kansas, Purdue, UCLA, Houston, and Alabama. See, the thing about the tournament is it's so unpredictable, man. That's one thing I love about March Madness, the unpredictability behind it, right? Because it's single elimination, and if you have a bad night, you have a whole offseason to think about it.
Not to mention about all the historical upsets that happen in March Madness.
Right. That would make sense.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you was kind of breaking off, but you can continue.
Um, as far as like who I think is going to win it, so they're going through their conference tournaments right now. Sunday,
Yeah.
Sunday is when they'll have the selection show for the NCAA tournament.
Hmm.
So Sunday coming up is the selection show. I think also this Sunday coming up is daylight savings time as well.
Yeah. Okay, yes. And hopefully, yeah, I'll see the brackets. Yeah, I'm gonna check out some of these college games because I'm now starting to really start following college sports now. Um, Another thing I want to talk upcoming event I wanted to talk about. A matter of fact, I'm going to show you because it happens this Saturday. So I'm actually going to show the screen. Um, who you got in the MMA fight? We're going to in the world of MMA. So we have John Jones versus Charlie Gain. John Jones has been out of the octagon for 3 years, and he's going for the vacant world heavyweight title, but he has to get through Serville Gain. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And it's for the vacant belt. As many people probably don't know, Francis Ndongo has left the UFC and had to vacate the world heavyweight title. So now he was originally supposed to fight John Jones, but with John Jones being the number one contender, but when Francis decided to leave the UFC over pay disgruntlements with Dana White, so now it's John Jones versus Game. So who do you have for the fight? I'm going for John Jones.
Who's the black fighter?
Well,
Here
both
you
of them
go.
are black.
Well, I'm going for Johnny Bones Jones. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. So you're going
I'm
for
going
the
for Johnny
black
Bones
American
Jones.
fighter. Well, so am I.
Yeah,
I'm going for the black American fighter because both of them are black fighters, but one of them is black American. I believe
I'm
the
going for
other
the
one,
I'm going for the foundational black American fighter.
yes. I believe Gain, I believe it's either from France, I believe. Yeah, France. So, but Gain
Man,
is pretty strong.
he go back home and do all this French kissing back there. I'm
Yeah,
going for Johnny Bones Jones. Johnny Bones Jones is that deal. And
yes.
hey man, I know he's been out for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? He been fighting his personal demons and all that, right? But make no mistake about this man. This man is look. He's been a godsend ever since he first cracked the UFC, and he's going to go down as one of the best fighters ever.
Yes.
And if he wins the heavyweight championship, that means he would have held the belt. I know he held the light heavyweight championship at one point.
Yeah, he was the light heavyweight champion, and I think he vacated the belt because he wanted to go heavyweight. But yeah, he was the former light heavyweight champion. He's a hell of he's a hell of a striker too.
His unorthodox style.
Yeah,
He has an unorthodox style. The way he can beat you on the ground, he can beat you striking, he can beat you wrestling. I mean, um, but that's one. Hey man, John Jones, man. Hey man, this ain't too much more I can say about this dude, man. This dude is a living legend.
and yes, I can't wait. I'm rooting for John Jones to be a two division. If John Jones wins, he'll be a two division MMA champion in the UFC. That's what.
But
That's what.
he don't got no belt now, don't he?
Uh, he's not holding on to another belt, but when I mean by two division, I mean that he's been in two divisions
Oh,
in the
he's won the belt
UFC.
in two different weight classes. I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not holding the belts at the same time. I know there's fighters who have been doing it right now. Amanda Nunes has
Yeah, Amanda
belts.
Nunez. Yeah.
Nunez. She has belts in two divisions. She is a hell of a fighter. Man, the way she embarrassed while sent Ronda Rousey out of MMA into the WWE, yeah. Amanda Nunes is the real deal in women's fighting right now.
Well, hey, this was the Ronda Rousey thing. That was kind of expected, almost. I
Yeah.
expect her to beat Cyborg though. That's the thing that got me sold on her, bro. When she beat
Oh,
Cyborg, I was like, oh shit, this woman hit, bro. This woman hit.
hold on, you're breaking up.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hold on, you're still
Yeah.
breaking up a little. I thought, yeah, you're still breaking up a little. Can you speak again?
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna mute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, Amanda Nunes is the real deal in women's MMA. She knows how to give you the beat down of the century. I'm talking about Amanda. Her only loss was that Julius Pena. Yeah, that was like her only downfall, but she got her revenge. But now, as far as John Jones, I can't wait to see what John Jones does this Saturday. The fight will be this Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I don't know, depending on where y'all all those who ever watched this video, um, Eastern Standard Time is what we go by here where I live and also where LB lives. Um, but yeah, I can't wait. I'm rooting for John Jones. But that's all I have to say. I believe we've gone through all the topics I wanted to talk about. Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta let this person in. Um, hey, XA Gotcha 23, what's up? XA? You need to turn your audio up a little bit.
Let's see. Microphone.
All right, I can hear you a little bit now. Good. Just turn it up a little, and I can hear you now.
How about now? Can your brother hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Shit. What's up, brother? It's been a while, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I get
We're
you.
really we're wrapping up, but I guess are you planning on seeing this fight this Saturday? John
Of
Jones.
course, man. Of course, man. Of course, I'm watching. This is the big fight, man. This is the return of John Jones, man. Everybody wants to see how he's going to perform at heavyweight, man. And remember that he's been away from the sport for 3 years, man. That's a long time to be away from the sport. And like I said, Cyril Gane, he's no joke. He's no joke. For a heavyweight that actually could move and bounce off his feet, that's very rare to see, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
And also,
I said earlier, this
you
guy
gotta
is
look at
pretty
this.
powerful.
And you also got to look at this though. Since his loss to Ngannou, Cyril Gane has been on a tear. Now we just have to see how his wrestling has improved, because if you remember correctly, the reason why Cyril Gane lost to Francis Ngannou because Francis Ngannou got him down, man. But we have to see how John Jones fared at heavyweight. You know what I mean? Because like I said, these dudes are much more stronger than what they were at light heavyweight. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot is just riding on John Jones. And we also got to remember though, John Jones is not going to be on, the PED. So like I said, this is going to be a hard fight for John Jones, man. So I can't wait. And also, I don't know if you guys covered the co-main event with Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. Like I said, me and Coach and then the other crew, we already know what's going to be the outcome. Valentina Shevchenko is going to, I don't want to, because this is your channel, man. I got to tone it down a little bit. She's going to beat the butts out of Alexa Grasso, man. That's a mismatch. And that's like I said, that's a fight that nobody ain't even talking about. But like I said, the big fight tomorrow, this Saturday is John Jones, man, because everybody want to see how he's going to fare at heavyweight, man. And if he catches the belt at heavyweight, I mean, you cannot deny him the GOAT of MMA, man. You can't.
Yep. We're looking at the guy who could be the next face of MMA if he's not already. Now that Conor McGregor and them have left the sport, well, maybe not have left the sport, but out of the in-ring competition, it's time for the rise of John Jones. He was a beast in light heavyweight, and he has to also prove that he has to win without because of what happened. Nearly almost destroyed his reputation. And yes, this could be a victory that can help him deal with prove that he has surpassed. He has moved on from his personal demons, and now he's ready to bring the pain, prove that he could be the greatest in fair competition. I talked about some other things. What do you think about the Tank versus Ryan Garcia fight? That's a fight that's supposed to be this April.
Boxing. To be honest though, I'm actually just sick and tired of boxing, man. We just had that freak show that Saturday, right? With Jake Paul and
fake Paul. Yeah. I'm just glad that fake Paul lost. And then I did a video on him, and then I had this one commenter saying, "You're being a hater," and stuff like that. I'm not being no hater.
Why are you being a hater? You was actually speaking the truth, man. Jake Paul has brought hell to the sport of boxing, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, when you look at it, his 4 victories in the UFC in boxing has all been a scam. You know what I mean? Just look at it. Did you remember the hand gesture that he gave that Taiwan Woodley gave to Jake Paul to set up the knockout shot? I mean, did you see the one when Anderson Silva just lost? You know what I mean? I'm glad that Jake Paul lost, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, there was point to that fight that Tommy Fury that he had many opportunities. Like I said, he could have like, instead of headhunting, he could have actually went to the body more. Because like I said, if he had actually had a little bit more discipline in his training, he could have got Jake Paul up out of there, man. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, there was just way too much holding, too much the referee involved, man. I said, man, what the hell am I watching, man? You know what I mean? And then, like I said, Tommy Fury got knocked down by a jab. And I was like, here they come. They're going to probably, give the fight to Jake Paul. But like I said, Tommy Fury got the split decision, man.
Yeah. But, I wish that it, I wish that if Fake Paul was knocked out, that's what I was hoping. How Tommy Fury. I have my personal issues with the Fury family, but I was hoping for a knockout of Jake Paul, where it will really embarrass Fake Paul.
Hey, we all wanted to knock out. I wanted to see Jake Paul's eyes roll the back of his head, man. But like I said, Terry Fury was not the person that night, man. But we just gonna have to see, because from what I'm hearing, that they said they might do the rematch next, which to be honest though, ain't really interested though. From the reports because I got the reports from a Town Business, he said the fight sold very well. They said they did 100 million people. I mean,
yeah,
damn.
that's what I heard. I
Yeah,
heard it was better. Yeah. For the first time, a fight sold better than Floyd Mayweather. I do want to bring up that topic. Floyd Mayweather, empty seats.
Right, I heard about
Is this Floyd Mayweather's karma?
Well, if you look at it, it pretty much it is, because a lot of people now are just getting sick and tired of his antics. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people now, they want to see. They really are getting tired of him, watching him, with these exhibition fights, man. These and trying to cheat the people out of their money, man. Because like I said, the guy that Floyd fought, to be honest though, I didn't know who the hell that guy was. And to be honest, JDAWG, I didn't even know he was fighting until I saw it in my news. And I was like, Floyd Mayweather's fighting. I was like, then I looked it up. I said, who is this dude? You know what I mean? And I was like, go ahead,
not to mention that Floyd Mayweather loves the spotlight, but even worse, he likes to take the spotlight away from well-deserving fighters, other fighters. And yes, I'm getting sick and tired of Floyd Mayweather trying to take the spotlight from fighters who need it right now, which is the current generation and future generation fighters. I mean, hey, it's time to move on. Now, you could probably show up and maybe, help the current generation, or saying if we missed you, hey, we just want to see how you're doing and stuff. But just trying to get in the spotlight when it's time to pass the torch. It's time to pass the torch, Floyd. That's what Floyd Mayweather doesn't understand, that it's time for him to pass the torch.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Good fighter, man. But
yeah, his behavior is the problem.
His behavior is the problem, man. You know what I mean?
And the buck dancing. And then he wants to say that, because we know that he made most of his money off of racial hate, but to sit around and saying that black people didn't support him, we were his only supporters.
That's bullshit. Because if I remember correctly, a lot of people during the Manny Pacquiao fight, they were all wanting him to lose. They all wanted him to lose, but I was the one who was actually supporting him and shit. But when I heard him say that shit, I was like, man, fuck this dude, man. And then he was saying that the Mexicans, the ones who bought his fights and they support him. That's this bullshit. This bullshit, man.
Yeah. But that's all I have to say. I believe I'm about to wrap this up, because I think I've talked. Hold on, did I finish talking about every topic I wanted to talk about? Because this is a JDAWG live sports topic. If you don't know, this is my segment where I talk about things related to sports. My channel is not a sports channel, but sports does. I've created this JDAWG sports segment to talk about maybe sports and stuff. But my channel does multiple things. News, politics. I talk about black business.
Mm-hmm.
I even one time talked about blacks involved with film and television. And hopefully I'll get some of these segments. I'll come back. But yeah, this is just one of my lives for sports and stuff. But
Well, like
I
I said,
believe,
if you talk MMA, I'll listen because I like listening to MMA talk.
yeah,
hmm That's the reason when I saw the your John Jones pop up in my timeline, I said, "Oh shit, he's talking about MMA." So let me jump on, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I do support your work, man. I do support your work, man. And you got to keep grinding, my brother. You got to keep grinding. I know
Yes,
that
yes,
YouTube is messing with you, but man, but you got to keep grinding, man.
yeah. But I'm thinking I'm gonna wrap this up. I know you got a channel yourself. If you want to, you can put down your channel in the description box or the chat room. I might even put it in the description box and comment section. So because I know you do videos and stuff. So if you want to, you can tell the audience your channel to subscribe to your channel. You can put the link to your channel and the I might even do it myself.
That's all right.
Um,
You could put my channel in your in the description. I don't mind,
all
man.
right.
I don't mind.
All right. This man is XA Gotcha 2023. I'm gonna give you the link to his channel in the chat room. I might put it in the comment section, the description box later on. For those especially watching uh, the um, the the pre-record. So make sure y'all follow this guy. Um, make sure y'all follow this guy. He has an interesting channel. Make sure y'all follow this guy. So you basically do gaming stuff and maybe talk about specific topics. You tell me a little bit more about your channel. I know I've watched a couple stuff.
Well, yeah, like I said, I usually do gaming, and then I like to do like view logs, and I like to talk about sports. You know, on my channel, man. That's the stuff that I like to do. I don't really like I said, other than that though, that's pretty much what the channel is. Like I said, the most important channel is like the most important part of the channel is to put out a lot of gaming. You know, that's the most like important thing I like to do is talk is gaming. But like I said, I like to do other topics as well, like vlog, and then I like to talk about sports or stuff that's going on around the meter. So that's pretty much what the channel is about, man.
All right. Well, I just put your channel on in the chat room. I'll probably put it in the description box and comment section just because you decided to become a guest. But right now I'm about to wrap up. Do you have any final says before I end this live stream?
Well, like I said, my apologies. I came in late. It seems like there's always something wrong with my internet over here. I don't know what's up with this. Funny though, I pay like $80 and it doesn't even work, man. So, but like I said, I'm glad that I resetted it just in time, and I saw you talking about sports, and I jumped on, man. So just to give you my little thoughts, what's gonna happen, man.
All right. Okay. Well, that's all I have to say. Thank y'all. Thank you to LB. Make sure you also subscribe to LB's channel, the sports and political channel of LB. I'll leave a link to his channel as well. If you haven't subscribe to his channel as well. And make sure XA Gotcha 23 also subscribe to his channel. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Hit that like button, that notification bell. Same with our guest channel. But that's all I have to say. This has been another edition of JDAWG Sports Live. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification. That helps. Oh yeah, that notification bell. But that's all I have to say for now. This is JDAWG. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.
Peace, everyone.